All right, we are live.
Okay, so welcome to Unlucky Issue 13 with The Bitching Dead. We are your hosts, Bekah, Farid, and Tara. We are a webcast from the minds of the geeky, and we're here to bitch about stuff and things because apparently there's nobody else left to do it. If you've not seen the most recent 3 episodes of The Walking Dead, please turn back now. We are not responsible for any spoilers that you hear. We did warn you, even though there are no spoilers because the show sucks.
Like, I don't even think people care about spoilers anymore.
Yeah, no, they probably are watching this to be like, okay, should we actually even bother watching this show? Like,
If you're listening to this as a podcast, please remember this is recorded live. So we aren't exactly sure what's going to happen. Please forgive us for any technical difficulties or accidental or intentional swears. You can join the conversation with the hashtag #TheBitchingDead.
Yeah, and we'd like to remind all of you that the views expressed on this webcast are those of the hosts as individuals and do not necessarily represent the geekiary or the webcast itself as a whole. I think that generally we can just nix the webcast itself as a whole thing because we all seem to be on the same page most of the time. But
instead of it though, like we should do a disclaimer, but it should be like disclaimer. All of the opinions that we have are the same thing, that this show sucks. That's our disclaimer.
I mean, actually, yeah. Like, I feel like if you're watching something called The Bitching Dead, you should probably know that. But like,
yeah.
At the same time, I've had people comment on one of the Ice and FireCon videos from a couple of years ago where Brian and I did a version of You're Welcome as sung by Benioff and Weiss, and like just basically tore them and the show like a new one. And like, there's been a few people who have commented on it saying like, this is really mean. The show's not that bad. It's like, it's a parody. It's supposed to be like funny. It's supposed to be over the top. But yes, we actually do believe that they deserve this. Like,
yeah, they deserve our brutal burnings that we hash out upon them.
But anyway, so just, for those of you who do watch the show, usually we only cover one episode if it's like a a premiere or finale or mid-season finale or whatever, mid-season premiere, or we'll cover 2 episodes if it's like more, in the middle of the airing of 8 episodes. But we had so little to say about episodes 4 and 5 that, and with the holiday weekend, holiday week really last week, we decided to put it off and do it, just do 3 episodes in one. So what news do we have?
I mean, that I was not expecting Maggie to be gone so soon. I knew
it was going to happen, though, so I wasn't too surprised.
At least give an explanation. Like,
they
give
did.
us anything.
They did give her one.
Yeah, she went off with that
She's
woman.
with Georgie.
Yeah.
She's sending letters, whatever, fine. How are the letters getting there? Like, by courier,
The twins are delivering
owl.
them.
Yeah, by owl. They've trained ravens and owls. They're
twins. Brigitte and Brigitte or whatever their names are. I don't know. But no, the twins are delivering the messages.
I don't know who the twins are. I don't think they actually exist. So I am choosing to believe that they have trained owls and ravens to deliver their messages, because we've already folded in the 100. Why not just add a couple more fandoms?
Okay, no, they're actually League 1 and League 2 from the Hunger Games. Remember? Do you remember the League twins?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they really look like them though, like tall and blonde. Their names are like Hildy and Inga. Honestly, I don't remember.
I have no idea who these people are. I have missed something.
Really? You don't remember them in the episode?
The 2 women that were with Georgie.
Yeah.
I usually watch these episodes while I'm doing 20 other things. Like, as I can like totally tell by the notes that I took, particularly for Stradivarius. Like I was really busy when I was watching that one, so I only wrote like 3 things down. I mean, usually I'm a little bit better than that.
Well,
But
I have to. The thing is, like, I've been watching them on my TV in my room, and like it's really like the episodes have been skipping around because of the AMC app is so wonky, and I have to have it with like subtitles because I can't watch anything without subtitles unless I'm in a theater. And the subtitles have been going over the woman who's deaf, who's signing. It's been going over what she says, and also it doesn't actually catch up to their voices until later. So I'm gonna have to like rewatch everything because honestly, like
Don't rewatch anything.
yeah, I thought about doing it today, but again, was just like I knew I was too busy to pay like attention. Like it being Cyber Monday, like I was tracking a whole bunch of stuff for Ice and FireCon and whatnot. So like I just knew I wasn't going to have time, so I didn't. And I kind of wish I had at least had them on in the background because I should have, but I didn't want to. So anyway, like, yeah, they really did just like, I didn't know that it was her last episode until there was like an article about it like a day or two after the Rick episode aired. And like, I still thought like, no, they're going to bring her back for like, even if it's just 5 minutes or something.
There was an article way before the first season before the season started saying that she was only in like the first like 3 or 4 episodes. And after that, she was done. So I knew that she wasn't going to be in there. I don't know where that article is now, but like, I feel like my dad might have showed it to me, but anyway.
I mean, I just guessed, like, because you told me about that, but I just assumed that it was like something had been communicated wrong. And like, sure, she's only in 3 or 4 episodes, but like, there could be episodes where her character just isn't in them, and like then like we'd still see her again later. So yeah, like we get this fucking six-year jump or whatever, and she's just gone with no explanation other than letters delivered via bird or bird of prey, if you will.
League of Prey. Blah, blah, blah.
But
that's why they ended up, or maybe they're crows. That's why they ended up showing so much crows in the opening sequence. That's how the mail is getting delivered.
They're not crows though. They're ravens. Okay, like crows and ravens are different animals, and ravens can be trained.
Crows are just like, fuck you, I don't do that.
I mean, they were probably just crows. But,
they actually don't have ravens, I don't think. No, yeah, they do. I don't remember. I don't care.
So other than like the fact that she's gone and basically there was like no fanfare at all about it, which is sad because she's one of the like, other than Rick, Carol, and Daryl, she's like she was like the last remaining character from, as you know, as she was season 2, but still like there's no one else left, right?
Right.
Yeah, no one else. Yeah, you're right.
You can't even count Michonne because like it was a different person playing her in that split second at the end of season 2 where she saves Andrea. Yeah, it was a different person.
I did not know that.
You don't even see her face or anything.
Oh, that's right. I think I knew about that. Yeah.
So, but now I don't want to jump ahead too much to talk about Jesus, but Farid, you're the only one of us, I think, that read the article where he discussed, where Tom Paine, the actor, discussed Jesus's faith. So do you have anything to say about that?
I mean, okay, so what ended up happening is that Tom Paine was okay with leaving because he was tired, just like Andrew and Laura Cohen. Because, I mean, he was very excited when he found out that he was going to play Jesus on The Walking Dead. Because Jesus, if you guys read the comic book series, he's one of the main characters in the comic book series. And he is one of the most powerful people as well. He's a ninja and he's great. So Tom Paine was very excited that he got to play this character on screen. But after his introduction in, I guess, season 6, like, they didn't do anything with him. It was just like I said in the previous part, in the previous webcast, this is Jesus and he knows how to kick. That was it. There was nothing. Yeah, there was nothing. No character development. No nothing. And Tom Paine, after what they did to him in season 8, because in the comic book series, again, if you have read it, Jesus is someone who ended up catching a grenade and throwing it back to the enemies. And he also had a fight with Negan in the comic book. So Tom Paine was looking forward to those scenes, but that didn't happen in season 8. And coming into season 9, Tom Paine was just done with the show. And when Angela Kang ended up contacting him about them killing Jesus, he was okay with it. He was like, I was playing a character who had so much potential, but the writers just didn't do anything with him. And then he also talked a bit about Aaron and Jesus. But yeah, we'll get to that later when we're talking about episode 6 and 7. And I'm happy with Tom Paine leaving the show. The same way I'm happy with Andrew Lincoln leaving the show and even Laura Cohen leaving the show. Like, I mean, at least Maggie and Rick had something to do, but Jesus, like, he was just a background character, nothing more.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know why they decided to do that to him. Like, there was so much they could have done with him, but they didn't.
I mean, yeah, I feel like they felt like they needed a meaningful death for the mid-season finale, and they just didn't come across that way, like, at all. But yeah, whatever. I guess good for him. On to bigger and better things.
But why are the writers doing this? I mean, they ended up killing Carl, even though the actor didn't want to leave. And then they ended up killing Jesus. And like, why is the writer room like this? What are they doing with their talent?
I don't know, man.
Like, why?
Because they're not. It's all like shock value nonsense. You know what I mean? Like, really, that's the only thing I can figure.
Yeah. I mean, kill Gabe as far as I'm concerned, but they should have kept Carl around. And now apparently Henry is Carl 2.0 for some reason.
God.
I was hoping Enid was going to be Carl 2.0, but no.
But Bekah, that would have made sense. The writers wouldn't do that.
Well, and on that note, because we're doing 3 episodes, we're kind of combining our thoughts on episode 6, which was titled "Who Are You Now," and episode 7, which was Stradivarius, which is a type of violin. But I mean, it's like Stradivarius is like it's like a family of violins, all kind of violin type instruments, all created by the same guy. So like when I saw the title, I was like, oh, this is interesting. This could be interesting. Not so much. So anyway, favorite moment or moments from these 2 episodes. Literally, like Carol burning the fuck out of those assholes that tried to rob her.
Yeah, no, I mean, and there were also, like, it was Jeb who was the weird ass tomato fighter 6 years ago.
That in and of itself was,
yeah,
like, I get it, but also fucking stupid. Like, so they didn't run into these people at all for 6 years, and then
or maybe they did, maybe just not. And anyway, so also good thing. So Carol lighting people on fire is good. Carol killing people is good. I want a whole season of Carol murdering people. That's all I want, please. And also the dog, which is named as Dog because Daryl is super great at names. Little ass kicker and dog. The dog's name is Seven, if anybody cares, and it's a Belgian Malinois.
Like that's its real life name?
Yeah, Seven.
My parents have a Belgian Malinois.
I know. I thought of you whenever I read that. I was like,
named Sable. Oh, as soon as I saw the dog, I knew that's what it was. And I was like, oh, it's too bad my parents aren't watching this show anymore because they think it sucks now.
But yeah, like I honestly don't remember most of these episodes. I really don't. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, other than Carol, like just being Carol, like being badass Carol again.
I still think that wig is stupid though. She looks like she's cosplaying Legolas.
Yeah.
She looks very bad. That look doesn't suit her. She looks bad.
and Aaron's mecha arm, which like I didn't notice until Stradivarius, but he must have had it in. Maybe he had it covered with a shirt or something in the first episode in Who Are They Now or Who Are You Now? But like, I mean, and I say mecha arm. It's not like robotic or anything. I don't think, but no, he did. He lost his arm.
He did?
Yeah,
in episode 4, I guess.
How do I wait with the thing when it rolls on top of him?
Yeah, the logs. Yeah.
Oh my god, how did I not remember that? Oh wait, it sucks. No wait, so wait, he had him because like it doesn't look like robotic. Like I know, it doesn't because like it was like holding and grasping things like a normal hand.
No, it doesn't do anything.
But it's got like a hand on it and everything, doesn't it? Like it's
yeah, but it doesn't move.
Yeah, it doesn't move. Really? So I know it's not really like a mechanical arm, but I'm just gonna call it his mecha arm from now on. So deal with it.
I didn't know he had that.
I mean, it's so obvious that they just put prosthetics on his real arm.
No, of course,
That's why it looks like that. That's why it looks robotic. That it can actually move, but it doesn't move.
I thought it did. Yeah. Anyway, I just was like, because I thought it was a bike guard. Remember how they used to have their arms covered in duct tape? At first, I was like, oh, this is awesome. Yeah. Bleh. But now this is stupid. I didn't even remember he lost his arm. Like, how?
You were so invested in this show.
Obviously.
And I remember Angela Kang talking in the interview when she gave after the episode air where Aaron lost his arm. She was all about we had Aaron lose his arm because we were going to develop him further as a character. And then the 6-year jump happened, and I'm like, where's all that character development you were talking about? Like, what happened?
On the cutting room floor.
So as far as I'm concerned, my favorite moment was that little scene between Gracie and Aaron. I was like, okay, great. They didn't forget about Gracie. So there was that.
They didn't forget about Gracie, but I totally forgot that scene existed until you just mentioned it. So
yeah, I was like, okay, so Gracie is alive. And then again with the Carol thing, like, do not mess with Carol. At this point, they should be handing out posters about this white-haired lady that if you see her, run the other way. Don't mess with this white-haired lady.
Don't mess with the white queen.
She's the fucking ghost of High Heart over here.
Oh my god, the ghost of the kingdom. Ghost of the kingdom. Ghost of the kingdom.
I mean, they should have done this. Like, if I would be like distributing posters, like, do not mess with this woman. She looks vulnerable, but she will like burn you alive.
That is still one of my favorite scenes where she's pretending to have a hard time taking out her weapons. Was it season 6 or 5? I think it was 6 when they got to Alexandria. And she's like, oh, I'm having so much trouble. I'm going to make cookies. And on the inside, she was like, wah! Like, anyway.
And then I also like the entire scene where Carol ended up asking Daryl to babysit Henry. Yeah, and she manipulated the entire thing, but I was like, Carol, don't use the dog for your plan. Don't use the dog. Why are you using the dog?
Wait, what did she say about the dog?
She ended up trapping the dog so that Daryl and Henry would go out and fight the walkers.
What? I did not know that she trapped the dog. Wait.
He was the one who trapped the dog.
What? How?
Yeah.
How did you find that out? Is it shown?
Yeah, it's shown because she's actually looking at Daryl and Henry fighting the walkers from behind trees.
I saw that part.
Because she was waiting for everything to happen so that Daryl and Henry could bond while they were saving the dog.
Oh.
Carol is cold. I'm telling you all, Carol is cold.
I'm so angry now. Carol, how dare you? If you make so the thing, I know Tara also mentioned this too, but like now that we have a dog on this show, we know it's gonna die.
Oh, it's going to die.
That's gonna suck because
it's going to die in front of Daryl.
Yes, and that's what's gonna push him to become a whisperer.
And then the entire Jesus and Aaron flirting training session. I mean, I should have been I should have thought about it better, because the moment it showed Aaron having ninja skills, it was a big warning that this show can't have two ninja gays in the in the same season. So one of them had to die.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it was a warning.
They can't kill the one with only one arm.
Yeah.
So who's gonna roll Hilltop? Is it gonna be Tara?
Yeah, Tara's going to rule Hilltop. She's basically ruling it in Jesus' place already.
Yeah, he didn't want that shit.
Yeah, he wanted to go to train with Aaron. And I was like, did they hook up? Did they hook up? But apparently 6 years and they didn't hook up. However, Tom Payne in the interview said that maybe they hooked up twice, but decided to remain friends. And I was like, Tom Payne, you're straight. You don't know how queer people work. They didn't hook up because both of them are either tops or both of them are bottoms. So they'll both be hooking up in the six-year time.
You're killing me. Stop. And they were both bottoms.
They didn't hook up. They were friends. They were good. They were friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Carol and the dog thing, but I think that as much, I don't think she would have allowed that dog to die. Like,
oh no, she wouldn't have allowed it. She was ready with a bow in her hand.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so she set it up, but like
but she still used her dog.
She still used the dog, but I don't know. I'm still with her, because like I know she would not have allowed that dog to die. Maybe not because she cares so much about the dog, but she cares enough about Daryl, and she wouldn't want him to have to deal with that. At least not by her hand.
Basically Batman at this point. She's thinking 2 or 3 steps ahead. She knew what was going to happen. It was all safe. So least favorite moment, the entire episode?
both of the episodes in their entirety.
Michonne protected really like petty stuff, but no, this might have been the finale. I don't know. Gabriel gets angry about a bedpan.
Yeah, that was the finale. That was a mid-season finale.
Well, whatever. He's in there a lot. Michonne protected the future by having a baby.
Yeah, for the future.
She saw your posters, Farid.
Yeah, for the future. I had to draw it. I had to. It was so stupid. Let's have a baby for the future. Yeah. Okay, so is it me, or are you guys enjoying the entire, or did you guys enjoy the little plot with the 100 actress, where she wanted to kill Michonne for
and then
some
she
reason?
saw that she had a baby, and she was like, "Oh, I can't kill her."
I mean, what was her end game? Like, if she had killed Michonne, do you think the other people would have like left her alive?
And then Michonne was like asking about the prison tattoo. Bitch, plenty of people have been in prison. You don't know why she was in prison. You don't know what she did. She could have pulled an Aladdin and stolen bread for her family. I don't know. Like,
yeah. Well, and yeah. I have a lot to say about this whole attitude of Michonne's and whatnot when we get into like some theorizing and general bitching about the last 3 episodes as a whole later. But
also, does the kid look 5 years old to you, or does he look older?
No, he looks 5 years old. He's wearing that weird onesie.
Like my nephew's almost 4, and I mean he's almost that tall, and my sister is super short. I mean, and my brother-in-law, he's maybe 6 feet. He might be 5'11", so he's not super tall. So like, yeah, I've been around kids enough where it's like, yeah, that kid looks like he could be about 5. And also kids also like depending on who their parents are and stuff, they can look a lot younger, a lot older, especially at that age. But yeah, like whenever that whole thing happened where the kid appeared, I was like, no, how is this a thing? Why?
For the future, Dara, for the future.
But why?
Okay, so basically Judith and that kid aren't related, right?
No.
They aren't even they aren't even half siblings.
No, they're not.
Yeah. I mean, they might. Oh, I don't want those two to hook up when they grow older.
Oh, gross.
That might happen.
If the show is still going at that point without like a decade-long time jump. Like
I'm writing some things down because I'm remembering. Also, why is Judith's hair only braided on one side? Lizzie and Mika had the same thing going on. It's like, this is braided, this is loose. Why? Why not braid two?
well, I mean, Michonne has her hair pulled up on the one side too.
No,
so
but it's literally just a braid and then loose hair. Like, it looks like that she was braiding her hair and then ran out the door or forgot to braid the rest of it.
I mean, why does a little child have long hair?
Why does anybody in this fucking show have long hair? That is like the worst, like, honestly, like, first thing that happens in a situation like this, in my mind, like, I would cut all of my hair off.
Yeah.
Like,
what is it we said last time we did this? You can't have long hair in a zombie apocalypse.
yeah, like, it's stupid. So why are all these people running around with long hair? Like, what are they even? I don't even know.
Daryl got a haircut though, a nice haircut from Carol, whatever her name is.
I mean, Daryl having his hair be a little bit long because he's been living out by himself is one thing. I'm talking about like the women especially, and none of them wear it pulled back. Like, or some of them do, but like certainly not as much as they should. At the very least, it's just stupid. Don't have long hair in the apocalypse.
Even Eugene has long hair, longer
He has
hair.
a freaking
Oh God! Don't even get me
ponytail.
started on his nonsense.
It's a ponytail. I was hoping he had just cut it off, and then I saw him from behind, and I was like, "Why?"
He's just letting it grow, letting it all out. But yeah, other than like me just being like, Jesus Christ, Michonne had a kid, and like then just sure, Maggie really is just gone. That was kind of like the confirmation that had happened was just kind of like, Jesus. Because like I never believe anything that I see until the show has given it to me, because with this show or with Game of Thrones, because honestly, like they're constantly trying to like one up themselves with how shocking they can be. So it's like, yeah, sure, there might have been some articles or some interviews, but like, yeah, I wouldn't put it past the writers or the producers or the actors to kind of throw in some red herrings to throw people off the scent. So like just finally having that confirmation that, they really just didn't care and she's just gone was just like, Jesus. So
I mean, it just went to show that I guess it also reflected how Laura Cohen was being treated on set. Maybe they just didn't care about Lauren, and she could feel it, and that's why she wanted to leave or something.
Maybe. Have you gotten?
Because it didn't get, yeah. But then again, she's open to coming back.
Yeah, I mean, she's in Ohio now with Georgie and them.
Yeah, she's open to coming back. So we might see her in those 3 The Walking Dead made-for-TV films that are coming out.
Oh my God.
Maybe.
Oh my gosh. Is Alpha part of the Whisperers?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just curious. I also, so are we going to go to gripes and other what the fuck moments?
Yep. Carol's wig.
Okay.
I guess we all can agree that it needs to go. It literally looks like a wig.
It's a fashion adult, honey. It's a no from me.
And they never tried to rebuild the Carl Bridge, which doesn't make sense to me. Because Rick was going that this bridge was going to unite all the communities. So no one in the 6 years that passed decided to rebuild it.
Well,
Clearly that has something. That has to have something to do with the whole like whatever happened. And again, I don't want to get into this till after we talk about like the mid-season finale. But whatever happened, like has had to have had some bearing on them not rebuilding that bridge.
And that's what I said here. I said, are we ever going to find out what the big schism was between Alexandria the Hilltop and the Kingdom? Like, Was there a big fight? Like, what is, like, we don't know, you know?
Yeah, and also Michonne has a scar, and Daryl has
Daryl
scars.
has a scar, yeah.
So yeah, something happened. So that's probably going to be a TV movie or maybe a spin-off. Who knows?
Also, what is the fair? Because they keep talking about the fair, the fair, the fair. What is the fair?
It's a comic
All
book
the
thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like in the comics, there is a time jump in the comics, and when the comics come back from the time jump, it starts with the fair pretty much.
What is a fair though?
It's all the communities getting together and basically having like a fair, like a
flea market?
An actual
no,
fair.
like a county fair. I mean, there's no rides or anything really, but like they have, they have livestock and food and it's just a big like community get together and whatnot.
I wasn't sure like what it meant because at first that's what I thought, and I was like, okay.
Yeah. So also Aaron's beard, I don't like it. Someone needs to shave it. I'm like, who you trying to fool, Aaron? You ain't a top.
You're Farid. Oh my gosh. You're such a mess, and I love it. It's so funny.
Do you think Eric was the top?
No, I think Jesus and Aaron are both. Well,
no, Aaron and Jesus are bottoms. I think Eric was the top.
Really?
That's what I think Aaron was Eric was the top. Yeah. I'm just speculating. Who knows?
I don't know. We're gonna get to like a serious conversation here.
Yeah.
Who was the top and who was the bottom?
Also, seeing Jacob, I was instantly like, so Jacob didn't find any Fantastic Beasts in the sequel, so he ended up searching for zombies.
Yeah.
See, it fits with the owls. Just saying.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then Eugene kind of looked younger to me with his new hairstyle for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, he looked younger for some reason.
But then I saw his awful
braid.
Yes, and I was like, ugh.
I mean, at least he's smart enough to braid it, like rather than it being just a loose ponytail, I guess.
Yeah.
I would like to see that. It would be so funny. Like someone walks into the room and Eugene just has all his hair down.
And then he's like, oh my gosh. And like Rosie
like moisturizing it with
they're
something.
brushing it out for him. They're brushing it out for him. And then it's like Tangled where those little girls appear. Gracie and Judith will appear and they'll braid his hair back for him.
Oh my god. Oh my god, wait. Can they have like a braiding party where like
yes!
Judith is someone's braiding Judith is braiding someone's hair and someone's braiding like Judith is braiding Gracie's hair and like Michonne is braiding or Eugene is braiding Judith's hair and Michonne is braiding Eugene's hair.
Oh my god.
And no one is touching Carol's hair because it's a wig and it'll come off.
Oh my gosh. Farid, please, can you please illustrate them having a braid train? Please, I will die. Please do it.
With Carol just like standing in the background with her wig in her hand.
Oh my gosh, please, Farid. Please, I need that on a
poster.
Oh my god.
Herself.
What? Carol's what?
Oh.
Carol is braiding her wig herself. She has it off. She has it in front of herself. And she's like sitting alone and braiding it.
Oh my god, no. She's put it on a walker. And she's tied the walker to the chair.
Okay.
Wow.
So also because of the 6-year gap, I think one of the reasons I didn't feel bad about Jesus dying is because I knew that they have lived 6 more years, even though we didn't see it. So I was like, oh, he has lived a good life if he dies now. And that's why I think if Ezekiel dies, I won't feel bad either. Because, I mean, he has been together with Carol for 6 years, even though we don't get to see it.
Yeah.
And then Negan tutoring Judith, like, no. Why is that even a thing?
Look, maybe he's super good. Maybe this psycho is good at math. Who knows?
Maybe, who knows? And I mean, frankly, episode 6 and 7 could have been one episode.
Yeah.
Or it could have been not an episode at all.
I mean, it absolutely could have been one episode. Like, I'd honestly I'm glad that I wrote notes down and like created this document as soon as I watched episode 6, because I wouldn't have remembered this stuff. But like my other random gripes and what the fucks were, why the fuck wouldn't Rosita and Eugene just get back up on those towers once the horses ran off? Like, climb up on the towers, pull the ladder up behind you so that you can get down. Like, you might be stuck up there for a while, but it'll be like, do you really think the walkers are going to mill around there for days? While
I mean, even if they're stuck, someone would have come out and to help them or something. Yeah, it's not like no one would have come looking for them.
Exactly. Like, they would have said, oh, they're missing, we should go look. Like, and I guess maybe they wouldn't have known exactly where they were going because their mission, weren't they kind of doing something they weren't supposed to be doing or whatever?
Rosita has a flare. She could have shot the flare. Yeah.
There's absolutely no way that there was no reason for them to, especially, there's no reason. They should have just stayed up there. Like, the horses run off. Rosita should have gone back, climbed up the ladder, pulled the ladder up behind her. Like, it's not that difficult. The walkers are gonna, like, I guess a big enough herd could eventually knock down the tower, but like, they wouldn't be able to.
The walkers, yeah, like we were saying, the walkers didn't even know that they were there.
They're not sentient, really. Like, walkers aren't
sentient.
I'm sorry, sentient. I don't know. I thought it was sentient. I'm sorry.
I was like, what did Bekah just say?
No, wait. It's sentient. I'm sorry. I've only ever heard it. I've only ever read it. So
that's okay. I like, it took me a second. I was like,
Centenniant. I was like centennial, centenniant. It makes total sense.
But yeah, that whole thing was just, I honestly think that the new like word for this show is contrived. Like, they've always had contrived situations, but it's been getting worse and worse the past few seasons. And honestly, this season, it's like, I feel you, Negan. I want to bang my head against a fucking wall too. Like, seriously. But
at least Negan was smart. I mean, compared to these characters, Negan was smart.
Yeah, at least there's never a dull moment, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was stupid.
Other than that, yeah, like we already said, Henry being the new Carl, going to Hilltop to apprentice with the blacksmith and everything. I did give a big eye roll about the whole like Queen Prince conversation between Carol and Jerry at the beginning of episode 6. Hey, we have more Walker terms because the what's her name? Magda and her group call them sickos. Rosita and Gabriel out of the blue is weird. And then Daryl has a dog all of a sudden, and I swear to fucking God, if I have to watch it die.
He will die. You better be ready.
I keep saying there's going to be something that breaks me on this show.
Yeah.
That might be it.
Because originally it was Michonne dying, and now you're just like, fuck Michonne. If that dog dies, we out. Yeah,
seriously, the dog is more important.
I kind of want Daryl to die.
And like, it was hard to choose my least favorite moment from like these episodes, like, you know, but just generally, definitely up there and like up there to the point of like, it was almost least favorite, but didn't quite make it, was Michonne destroying the violin. Like, I think I was more upset about that being destroyed than most of the deaths this season, including Jesus's. I knew that Jacob, because I don't know his name in the show, I'm just calling him Jacob. I knew that he did not have a weapon. I knew it was something musical or something like important to him personally, but probably musical because of his whole, you know, what we knew about him so far, him being a music teacher and whatever. And like Michonne just being a bitch, and he turns around and she just cuts it in half, and it's like, oh, it's just a violin that is like the violin. Like, oh my God, Michonne, what the fuck is wrong with you? Calm your tits, bitch.
And I mean, what was even her plan? What would her katana would have done if it was a gun? Like, why even slash at it?
Cut off his hand, maybe. I don't even know.
Angry.
Yeah, that would have been made more sense. That she should have aimed at cutting off his hand. Like, why are you slashing at something when you don't even know what it is? But yeah, it was stupid. Like, Michonne is paranoid, and I don't like her like that as a character.
No, I don't like whatever happened to her in the past 6 years. And again, I don't want to get into it until we like get past this next episode, but like whatever's happened to her, it's like she's like a completely different character. It's like they fired everybody who wrote anything about her for this show and hired someone who's just like hates her and wants her to be the worst.
Yeah, possibly. Maybe they're like moving forward to making her leave the show as well or something.
Yeah, I had that thought as well.
Yeah.
But yeah,
the mid-season finale.
Mid-season finale, Evolution, which is a misnomer because literally, first of all, there's not even anything about the walkers talking until toward the very end. And then like at the very end, it totally shows you what is actually going on. So it's like, okay, sure. Like really couldn't think of anything else. Really?
I mean, they could have titled it Masks or Whisperers even.
Wait, what are we talking about?
The title
or just Whispers.
Yeah, Whispers. That would have been a better title.
Secrets don't make friends, but they certainly contribute to Jesus' end. Sorry, that was the word.
That was a good one, though.
It sounded like you were talking in parcel tongue. Yet another Harry Potter crossover. So favorite moment from Evolution. Honestly, when Negan escapes, like I can't even lie. Whenever he was like, he got up and was just like pushed the door. I was like, I mean, I'm pretty sure Gabriel left those keys there on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is shitty, but we will see. I don't know. Like low-key, I was kind of like, oh, what if he just like, you know, goes and gets the ball and goes back in the cage? No, he won't do that. Although, isn't he supposed to be like rehabilitated or whatever and like nice?
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, in the comics, like I'm pretty sure he escapes in the comics too. Granted, it's been like 2 years or something since I read that part of the storyline. But like, whenever, like, I'm pretty sure he escapes, or maybe they like let him out on purpose.
They kind of let him go.
Yeah, I feel like maybe they let him out on purpose, but he actually turns out to like he fights, you know, to save Rick or Carl or someone. I don't really remember. It's been a long time, but like if they really like take his storyline to the point where he's not changed at all and he just like goes back to being a complete asshole, then that's really disappointing. Like,
yeah.
Then they should have just killed him.
The show, like, because it shows him like coming back to the warehouse where the saviors were, and he's leaning on the gate, like the preview for next season or whatever, the next half of the season, and he's holding like not a bat, but he's holding like
a shovel,
a rod.
He's holding
or
a
something.
shovel.
A shovel? Okay, I didn't know it was a shovel.
Yeah,
I thought it was just a rod. But I mean, he's eventually going to be reunited with that place.
And he's also looking around for Judith. Yeah, in the preview, he's walking into a kid's room.
I haven't seen the preview. Not that I'm worried about spoilers, but I didn't see the preview, so
I need to watch that again then, because I don't remember that.
He's walking into a kid's room for some reason. Looking like Michael Myers, but yeah. So my favorite moment was Tom Payne's interview that came out. That was it. I was like, yep, that's a good favorite moment for me. Yeah. What about you, Tara?
I literally, like, the only note I have in here is because I couldn't think of anything.
Oh, wait. So Angela Kang released a statement. It's an interview. And let me read this. So she's okay with Jesus dying. She says that it's not the bury your gays trope. Okay. And there's a lot of more representation going on this show. So this is nothing to for them to face a backlash for.
I mean, nobody cared enough about Jesus for it to be a bury your gays trope, because Jesus
he never even had a relationship. He never had a relationship with anybody.
No. Did he ever come out on the show? Did they ever make a comment about him being gay?
Yeah, he just told Maggie about having boyfriends like 2 seasons ago.
Yeah. Okay. Like we knew he was gay, but like, yeah, there was
it's not like killing Denise with an arrow or like, yeah. I see.
Although
wasn't it a relationship?
Like,
yeah, Tara.
Is it really not burying? Like, she's saying it's not burying your gays. Why? Because him and Aaron didn't have a relationship or whatever. But like, it sure fucking felt like they were. Can you even say? I mean, I guess it's got to be bury your gays rather than fridging because he's a man. But like, it's like Aaron's man pain over his death is going to be a thing.
Yeah.
Like, right? Like. No matter what, this was a bad decision. Like, they did not need to kill anybody, or if they were going to, they could have just had some random person there at that time. Like, why did they contrive to put only like major and like B-side characters there? They could have had some like the kid who died at the beginning of the season. Like, nobody knew who the fuck that kid was. Nobody cared. Like,
they could have killed Alden. How about Alden? Alden,
the savior with the good hair.
Killed him.
No, Tara would have revolted.
Savior with good hair. I mean, I don't know. Would I though? Because I'm pretty annoyed with that whole situation right now.
I honestly didn't even know that was a thing until you guys. I missed so much in these past 3 episodes.
Clearly,
because I didn't even know that was a relationship. Like,
it's very briefly. Okay, so I guess we're if we're on least favorite moments, mine was like probably Enid and Alden. And it's when they show it was literally just like Henry is working with Alden, they're making spears, and Enid shows up and like she's like, hey, can I talk to you for a second, to Alden? And they go off and like off to the side, and like Henry is clearly like into Enid, and like then he looks up and Enid and Alden are kissing.
Oh, I missed that. Okay.
So it's just another, like, I don't know, like, how old is, like, Alden was at, I thought he was in his, like, I'm talking at least late 20s, and Enid was like 16. So it's been 6 years. So she might be legal. And I guess, sure, there's like a dearth of like attractive, single people in this apocalyptic world. But like, I don't know, the whole thing just made me bleh.
I thought Alden was old enough to hook up with Maggie.
Yeah, like, I'm saying like late 20s. I really thought he was like early 30s, but like, he's young looking. I'll give him mid to late 20s, 6 year before the 6-year break. But like, it's not just them being together. Apparently, it's like this whole the show just throwing these weird relationships that have happened in the past 6 years. And I of course, people will hook up and there will be new relationships, but like.
Except Jesus and Aaron, they did not hook up.
Yeah, and they're forcing these other random people together, Rosita and Gabriel, Enid and Alden. Like, why?
Eugene and his ponytail.
Oh.
Carol and her wig.
Oh my God.
I mean, I'm ready to bet my money that Carol cares more for that wig than she cares about Ezekiel.
Wait, Carol cares more for her wig. She probably does. She probably made it out of his hair. I don't know.
The hair from all of the people that she killed.
Now that would be a Carol move AF. She's like walking around and she's like, oh, this walker hasn't been dead very long, and just like freaking chops her hair off and glues it to a hat and puts it on. It's a wig now.
Like, I mean, the Eldon and what's her name even?
Enid,
yeah. Eldon and Enid thing, it felt forced because it felt like an excuse for the writers to give Henry something to do.
And to be sad and like go and like drink and then meet up with Addie and Gage and Kyle and whatever their names are.
And sneak out like Carl.
Oh, no, I mean, okay, so wait, I get that. I know that Addie is actually her name. Who the fuck are their names actually Gage and Kyle? Or
Gage is one, Kyle is not. I'm not sure what the other one's name is. Max, maybe? I'm pretty sure Gage and Addie are two of them. I don't remember what the other one is.
I mean, they're probably going to die, so it doesn't matter whether we know their names or not.
That was part of the thing that bothered me. Least favorite moment was them like sneaking around the woods, but then having a captive walker for cornhole. Like it was like I know it's not actually cornhole, but they were playing like you know those dive rings that you have whenever you're a kid and you throw them in the water, and you swim down to the bottom of the pool to get them, Tara? Do you ever have dive rings? Did you ever? Yeah. Okay. Farid, do you have dive rings there?
We have stuff here.
Oh, stop, Farid.
We have stuff here. It had to happen at some point this season.
Yeah, it had to happen at some point. Oh God, you're the worst. No, so like it just was very like they had like bungee cords or something like loops, and they were like trying to hook them around the walker. And the walker had an arrow sticking out of its head, and I was like, "Oh, this is so weird." And I don't know, it was stupid, and like I'm glad Henry killed it because like it was just dumb. No reason for it to be there.
No, there's no reason for Henry to be there.
Yeah. Oh well, that's true.
Well, I mean, so. Minor comics, well, I don't know, major comic spoilers, whatever. In the comics, Carl ends up having a thing for/with the daughter of the leader of the Whisperers, Alpha.
Right.
And
she like licks his eye hole or something.
Oh yeah, that's whatever. That's whatever though. That's whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, no,
but meanwhile, Sophia, right? Sophia was Carol's daughter. So Carol's daughter, Sophia, is still alive in the comics. At least at that point. I don't know what's happened since.
She's still alive. She's still alive.
Oh, she is alive because like I stopped reading after Andrea died. R.I.P.
Yeah, she's still alive.
So Sophia is still alive, and like her and Carl, they've been, kind of BFFs forever, and they've had their ups and downs, but it's like there's clearly this whole kind of, I don't even know if you want to call it a love triangle, but Sophia definitely has this whole like she does not care for this situation with Carl and this girl. She thinks it's dangerous, whatever, from what I remember. I'm hoping I'm not remembering this wrong. So I feel like this Addie girl is being like thrown into the mix. So it's either going to be Enid or Addie that kind of is like, oh, Henry, what the fuck are you doing, when he eventually gets with the daughter of the leader of the Whisperers. But
that's going to happen.
Yeah. So it's going to be either Enid or Addie. One would think it would be Enid because, but like then they added this other girl in there. So who knows?
What were your thoughts about Negan escaping?
My thoughts?
Yeah. Are you looking forward to more Negan?
I'm looking forward to anything that will make this show not a plodding fucking lump of mud with legs. I don't even know what I just said. I don't. The worst part is I'm not even drunk. I don't know how to describe how bad this show has gotten. Like, not just the past 3 episodes, y'all, because we had this problem the last webcast. Like, So the past 5 fucking episodes of this show were so bad that it's like, I do think, you know, I also didn't see the previews for the next half of the season, which I think is harming like my thoughts on that in terms of like, I just have no idea what's going to go on. But like, I mean, I do think that Negan is, I think that the show would be done if they don't do something good with him, because even the people I know who are still watching it are just like hate watching it. And maybe if all of us stopped hate watching it, the show would eventually get canceled. Just saying.
Yeah, the viewership ended up hitting its lowest viewership yet with episode 8. Or was this 8?
Have more money than they have brains. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, what's it gonna take for them to cancel it? Like, honestly, like being like honest, what is it gonna take for them to cancel?
I don't know. It's probably not the domestic numbers, because this show also does well internationally. So yeah, there has to be something. Something has to give.
Have you guys been seeing the thing about like they're like posting like, thank you Andrew Lincoln for being a part of the series for 9 years? Have you guys also been seeing those? No?
Yeah, I don't care about Andrew Lincoln.
Well, no, like I guess because I watch it from the AMC app, they air these things all the time.
I mean, he hasn't left. He's still going to star in those made-for-TV movies. He's still going to be in those, so he hasn't left.
He ain't gone for good. So like other gripes and what the fuck moments. I want to get this out of the way, and then like I wrote a gripe down here that's really more like a theory thing. It's part gripe and part theory, but really, you guys, I'm pretty sure, as in 99.9%, based on the conversation between Michonne and Carol, the Michonne's kid is named Rick Grimes.
No, it's RJ.
Swear to you, she said RG.
It's RJ.
But where's the J?
I don't know.
Jason Derulo? I don't know.
I'm like, I swear she said RG.
Let's see here. Michonne children. What are her kids' names? Andre Anthony was the first one. And hold on, I'm looking. Family, RJ. It is RJ Grimes. R is in Romeo, J is in Jackson. It's not RG.
So it's basically RG because it's Romeo Grimes?
No.
Beck is just saying she's using the, what's it called, alphabet. R, like she's saying R is in Romeo, G is in
J is in Jackson.
J is in Jackson. That's not the right one though. I don't think J is Jackson in
No, it is. J is Jackson.
Anyway, so whatever the kid's name is, RJ, apparently. I could have sworn she said RG, and I disagree
RJ.
with this.
Sorry. Well, it's on the official wiki, so if you want to fight me.
Yeah, but a wiki is written by fans.
No, it's not. It's a Wikipedia. It's not wiki.
Yeah, Wikipedia is written by fans. It's I don't have time to explain Wikipedia right now, but trust me, that is not necessarily correct until someone shows me a fucking picture of the subtitles where she says RJ. I'm not gonna believe it because I swear she's not said RJ. Regardless, stupid name for the stupid kid for the future. And then the other thing I have that's a gripe is more like gripe/theory. So what other gripes and what the fuck moments?
The storms. Like, I hate storms being used as a plot device. And like, I'm also looking at you, The Walking Dead, the Fear the Walking Dead. Like, let's try and make a scene more intense. Bring on a storm. Why? It was so stupid.
Because they literally have no other way to make it intense. Like, at least mist is kind of something that, I don't know, happens at night at certain times of the year. I don't even, what was it? Saturday night here was like super
Oh my God, yeah.
foggy. So it was maybe more fog than mist. And we're actually only a couple hours from like where they film it. Although we're actually far from where it's supposedly set right now. But yeah, like the whole like mist thing and the storms driving them all to one place.
Yeah,
contrived is the word we
and
were
also
looking
that
for.
6 year gap, the explanation better be good, because they are talking all mysterious like, and no one talks like that in real life.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah. Like they are referencing to what happened, but they aren't being obvious about it.
You mean the fight that they had or whatever?
Yeah, we don't know what happened. And also, are they trying to say that Morgan didn't come back in the 6 years?
I would guess
where
not.
Is Morgan? Where is Morgan?
He's out at his fucking blue jeans factory.
For 6 years.
Yeah,
he
they
didn't
did
decide
him.
to return.
Maybe he's already dead.
I guess we'll find out on next season of Fear the Walking Dead.
Tara, I went and looked on IMDb, which is not Wiki, and his name is listed as RJ. The actor is Anthony Azor, who plays him.
Yeah, okay. I still don't believe it.
Okay, well, you know.
I'm joking.
Now you're being contrarian just to piss me off.
I'm being centennial.
Tara!
I'm claiming that word now. It's a word.
No, it's my word. I was the one who messed it up.
We're taking it back.
These are sentient beings.
Just imagine Eugene saying that.
Oh,
I'm glad you guys are laughing at the fact that I can't pronounce words. Thanks, I appreciate it. Anyway, I want Daryl to die because I'm really tired.
He needs to.
He's not really. I know exactly what's gonna happen. I know they're gonna try to. You're more like them than you are, or you're more like us than you are like them. Blah blah blah. Like, and Daryl, what did I say last time? I was like, I just want Daryl to run off and live in the woods. Guess what he did? He ran off and lived in the woods. Maybe if I say I want Daryl to die, Daryl will die. Although, I don't know. Like
he signed a 3-year contract with the show.
He
renewed his contract along with the Melissa McBride.
I don't know. I don't know. Look, I go back and forth between hating Daryl. Right now, I'm ambivalent about him. Like, I just don't really care. Like, he's a character that exists on this show. And, like, Daryl used to be one of my favorite characters because he was just so contrary all the time. I don't know. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Well, yeah, I mean, other than the kid's name, I don't know, Farid, other than the storms. Oh yeah, so one of the things that we've brought up a few times and that Farid and I both like noted in like our document is the whole like weirdness between Alexandria and everyone else, like everyone else being. I missed that. I don't know, but between Alexandria and everyone else being the kingdom and the hilltop. I'm just looking at like from this particular section. Like this clearly isn't just about Rick dying, and it's fucking annoying that they're dancing around whatever happened during that 6-year time jump. Like it's just again contrived.
I think because the writers don't know as well.
I mean, my friend actually was in our live chat a little while ago. Johnny, who came on the webcast like one time earlier this year, he was saying like it might be kidney related, you know, because they all have those X scars. Or Daryl has one, Michonne has one. I think we can assume. Did we see Carol have one?
No, Daryl actually has two. Daryl has one on his high back, and then he has one on his kidney. But
like that just seems like why I don't even know. But I agree. I don't think they fucking know. But of course, they're never going to admit that. You know what I mean? It's always going to be like, oh, well, we've planned this from the beginning. Didn't you see? Like,
Did Michonne give a kidney to save Maggie? Is that how kidney transplants work?
I can't really imagine someone being able to do a fucking organ transplant.
Yeah, they don't have anybody who's really like.
Sadiq can probably.
It's not.
I mean, Sadiq can sew up a cut throat. He probably can like do a kidney transplant.
No, man. You can't just transplant an organ. Like it's even beyond the need for anesthesia and a sterile environment and everything. Like you would have had whoever is doing this would have had to have been there had to have been a person who was a surgeon before the apocalypse. Like you can't teach yourself to do that shit without like because Sadiq was like he had been to med school or whatever, but like he hadn't ever actually done anything, and he was the one training Enid. So she's between Sadiq and like an anatomy book. Like that shit ain't happening. So like whatever it was, it had to have been like an outsider, because why else would Michonne be like, no more outsiders in here?
Oh, I see.
I'm going to be like Bekah for a moment. I mean, where did Beth die? Was it a hospital?
She died at Grady. She died at Grady Memorial Hospital in Atlanta.
Yeah, maybe all of the characters went back there to save Beth, and that's where that happened.
No, you're the one who made the best talk before I did. I'm so mad at you. I didn't even get a chance to talk about Beth.
Maybe that's what happened, huh, Tara? They all went back to the hospital
to save
Beth.
Beth.
They did. They saved Beth.
Surgeon who stole kidneys.
She secretly has been trapped there by that awful doctor.
She's not really dead.
No, she's not really dead. She's just a zombie.
She's a surgeon now. She's a crazy surgeon now.
She is. She's actually Dr. Beth Green, surgeon extraordinaire. She even with a bullet in her head exited out the top of her brain, she is able to, like Doogie Howser. She's able to remove kidneys with the flash of a knife. I don't know. I feel really bad because I'm in this group and it's a Team Delusional Haven safe place. It's called the Beth Green Effect. And I was invited after I went and saw Emily Kinney's show. It's like 200 people who still believe Beth is alive. They're like, we'll add you to the group. And I was kind of like, oh, thanks. And so like I've been in there and like, I don't know, like, and apparently like there's some asshole guy who played the cop at Grady who is still saying things about Team Delusional on Twitter. Like, Team Delusional, I think there might be hope. They just contacted me. And then like, dude, stop. She's dead. She's been dead for a very long time.
Wow.
So anyway, theories.
I just theories. Beth Green is the new doctor. I don't know. Thanks for coming to our.
Yeah, I watched the preview because I had to, because this episode was boring, and yeah, they all survive.
Yeah.
Except Jesus. They all survive.
Okay, yeah, because that was my theory, or it's not even a theory. It's like, no way are they killing off any more people. So like, why give us that sort of?
I think my theory was better in my own opinion. It was before I watched the preview. My theory was that Eugene was going to be the only one who would be able to run away, and then the rest would be taken to meet Alpha. That would have made for a better season 6B premiere.
I mean, unless there's like a cavalry that miraculously comes charging in there. Because like they're
Aaron is a ninja now. He can take care of all of them. He's a gay ninja.
All ninjas. I'm not saying all ninjas are gay, but all gays are ninjas. Oh gosh. I don't know. We'll have to see, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And how are they even breathing under those masks? What about the smell? What about being infected? How does that work?
I feel like they probably have maybe they mummify them in some way and they use them that way. I don't think they're fresh. Does that make sense?
But if they aren't fresh, how are they able to walk without being seen through the walkers? Because the walkers can't sense if you smell like blood or something, or you smell like a walker. So if they aren't fresh and they don't smell, the masks don't smell, how are the Whisperers even able to walk through them or walk with them?
Well, I don't know. Because, I was reading about the Whisperers, and apparently they, they worship the walkers as gods or something. Is that what it was? Is that what I saw? They worship that they're all about going back and honoring the dead by going back to their primal state or some bullshit like that. I don't know. I don't remember where that came from.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I guess.
I don't know.
It's been a long time since I read the Whisperers plotline and anything that described why they were the way they were. That makes sense. I'm not disagreeing. I just can't off the top of my head remember.
I just was curious.
I don't remember it. But it does make sense.
I don't know.
How are they able to walk with walkers without smelling?
No. I mean, they don't just wear masks in the comics. They wear basically almost entire skin suits. And they use the clothes of the dead. They reek to high heaven dead. They don't bleh.
I mean, they probably, I don't know. Now I'm really curious about this.
Yeah, and none of them get infected.
Cool, because whenever Daryl cuts the mask off of his
I think it's the blood that gets you, getting the blood and guts on you is what can get you infected. That because what they do, they basically skin the walkers and pin their skin around them.
But isn't the skin moist?
I mean, like I said, maybe they dry it out a little bit.
Why are we getting into such detail about this?
I don't know. We're curious.
Everything's gross and I hate it.
Thanks, I hate it.
Moist walker skins.
Moist. I hate that word. God.
I knew this person in college who hated the words moist, panty, and fetish. So
I'm pretty sure everybody hates the word moist. That's kind of a normal way to exist is hating the word
moist panty fetish. Farid, you're giggling like a 5-year-old. You're like, hey.
But yeah, I don't know. Other than that,
I mean, who's ready to see Aaron's man pain in the upcoming episodes?
So much man pain. I like how I didn't actually see the preview for the next half of the season, but I knew they weren't gonna fucking kill anybody else.
No, it's all of them come back just fine. I was watching it and I was like, really?
I mean, they should have just killed him.
Balls.
Yeah. Who doesn't have balls?
The show. Didn't have the balls to kill Rick. They're not gonna kill anybody else.
True.
Let's be real.
Yeah, basically no one died. Rick is still alive. Maggie is still alive. Michonne is still alive. No one is dying.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Carol is still alive. Everyone's alive. Except for Jesus. Yeah.
I'm so sad about Jesus.
I'm just surprised. I'm disappointed that we covered 3 episodes and basically there was nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
3 episodes.
Yeah, usually we can go an hour and a half talking about just 2 episodes.
We've struggled to get there.
And this was just mid-season finale. There should have been more for us to talk about, but
There's not. They're just
people being paid for.
What?
He asked what the writers are being paid for, and I'm saying,
we don't know yet. I don't know. Sit around and circle jerk. I don't know.
I mean, they're being paid to write TV that the masses that they believe the masses will enjoy. That's all I can think.
Yeah.
Well.
Stupid.
Yeah, I have nothing else. So plans for future webcasts, blah, blah, blah. Honestly, like at some point we're just all going to give up on this show but we might actually still do some like comic rereads, best and worst deaths, most useless characters. But the more important thing is, what should you be? Usually we do what to watch other than The Walking Dead, but honestly, I have not been watching anything the past 3 weeks. So we're going to do, what should you do other than watch The Walking Dead? And I'm going to say you should play Red Dead Redemption 2 or read Fire and Blood, which I actually have some right now. It's 700 pages of heavy Targaryen history. It's not for everybody, but you know, it's still better than The Walking Dead. So
I'll wait for the TV show because you know that's going to happen.
Well, they're doing like all these prequels, but I don't think they're going to do anything specifically from this book. So, but still, yeah whatever.
I recommend watching Kung Fu Panda and The Paws of Destiny on Amazon.
Wait, Kung Fu Panda, the TV show or the movie?
Yeah, the movie. It picks up after the third movie.
Oh, it's a TV show about the third movie.
Events after the third movie.
That's what I said. It's a TV show about the movie.
Yeah, it's a continuation. So it has Poe teaching these 4 young pandas to control cheese that they end up receiving from legendary warriors, and it's fun. It's good. It's enjoyable. It's only 13 episodes, and yeah, there's a lot of comedy in it. And one of the things that I like is that there are 4 main leads. So they didn't do a group which only has 1 female character and then 3 male characters. They actually have like 2 female characters and 2 male characters. And there's no love interest thing going on.
Oh, that's
so
good.
They can actually focus on the character development. So it was enjoyable.
That's good. I actually was just looking at, I actually bought American Horror Story Coven for like $2 yesterday at Walmart. And that's the only season I really give a shit about. But I don't know.
Did you guys buy something during the Black Friday sale?
Me?
Yeah, something geek related?
No, I didn't buy anything geek related. I just bought.
I didn't buy anything during Black Friday. I usually buy my shit online, so I wait until Cyber Monday. So
I don't know. I bought a bunch of lingerie last night, but it's not geeky related. I got the Rihanna Fenty stuff. I don't know. I mean, it's not geeky. I don't know.
Things to do other than watching The Walking Dead.
Literally,
yeah. Rihanna Fenty lingerie.
I mean, I did buy some stuff from ThinkGeek because everything on ThinkGeek was 50% off today. Well, still is until midnight.
I looked on there and I didn't really see anything that I liked.
Like I found some stuff that was on sale and then it was like 50% off on top of the sale. So like I got a waffle maker and like because I needed a waffle maker and
for all those waffles you eat.
I don't eat them because I don't have a waffle maker.
Oh, okay.
I got like some things for Ice and Fire Con as well, like to use as prizes and stuff, which is kind of like every year over like this past weekend, I end up getting a bunch of Ice and Fire Con stuff. Oh, like, and that was one of the things I was doing was like ordering the gifts for Ice and Fire Con because the discount like on Cyber Monday from the place where we order stuff is way bigger than like any other time of the year. So
I have to go back and look through because I'm not really seeing anything Because like I looked at Sephora and I looked at like all that kind of stuff, and I didn't see anything there either. But I don't know.
But you did buy American Horror Story. That was on sale, so there's that.
Yeah, that's true. I got that, and I got Epic, that movie with Josh Hutcherson and Amanda Seyfried. And they had movies on sale at Walmart for like $2. And I got that, and I don't remember what else I got. They have a bunch of really, like, they had Atomic Blonde for like $3. And I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, I got it for like, I literally just bought that like a month ago for like $10.
I haven't seen it yet. I really want to watch it.
It's worth $10 though. I'm not upset about that.
Yeah, I really need to watch it though. That's
a sequel is in development, but yeah, let's see when it comes out.
I love Charlize Theron, and I'll like watch anything.
Yeah. So what are you doing this month, Tara? Ice and Fire Con?
Yeah, pretty much just working on Ice and Fire Con stuff. Like my birthday is in December, so I am taking an entire week off from work. I'm not just taking an entire week off from work. I'm also going somewhere for an entire week, which like I haven't done, I think, since 2015.
You're so bougie, taking a week off to celebrate a birthday.
Well, the company that I work for, I get my birthday off. Like it doesn't count against my PTO. So, and I had a crap ton of PTO this year that I didn't use, personal time off. So like, it came down to like, I can carry this over, but then I have to use it by a certain time. So even with taking an entire week off, I still have time that I'm carrying over to next year. So I don't really feel bad about it. But
I'm working on creating a course on project management, because I have to do something, because the next novel that I'm writing, that will probably end up coming out next year in June or July. It's in the editing phase, so I have time. So I'll basically end up creating a course on project management. Because for some reason, I don't know why, I don't know if you guys remember, but back in 2017, I wrote a book on positive psychology or positive thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And that ended up making like around $300. And I was like, what? Why?
Not bad.
I'm like, what? People are reading this? So yeah, I'm going to continue that. So whenever I get the time in between writing novels and publishing them, I'm going to go in the direction of project management and stress management and stuff like that. Because apparently that thing sells. It sells. So I'm like, oh yeah, let me get into this.
I mean, shit, I buy it. I'm stressed out all the time.
What about you, Bekah?
Nothing. I'm not doing anything, honestly. I started because last year, I guess actually technically, I guess this would have been this episode. Technically last year, I was in a really bad car wreck in December. And they talked about the finale or the season. I don't remember what it was. I think it was the mid-season finale, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So I actually just started therapy for my concussion a year late, and I'm getting some help for my headaches. I'm going to get some Botox injections. Other than that, and I mean, like, hopefully moving soon, fingers crossed. Other than that, I'm not really doing anything. I just, no, that's not a pick at you. I'm not watching. I am going to start, tonight while I'm getting ready for bed, I am going to start watching She-Ra on Netflix and see how that is.
I still need to watch that. I don't know why I haven't started, but yeah, I need to watch it.
So I need to watch that, and
there's another show, Super Drags.
Super Drags?
Yeah, it's an adult-themed animated show with drag queens as superheroes.
Oh, that sounds really cool.
Yeah, but it's like 18 plus.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. Okay, then I guess when's the show returning? In October?
No.
February?
Oh, my gosh.
Oh no, so soon.
Yeah, no.
It usually returns in February. I am trying to see if it says anything, but right now it just has like information through like the first half of the season. I mean, my guess, it's usually right about 2 months. So my guess would be the first Sunday in February, possibly the second. But they started so much earlier this year than they usually do. So like by 2 weeks or something, because usually this show is like when we did our mid-season finale episode last year, it was like mid-December.
It was December 11th.
Yeah. So they started early. So I mean, 2 months from now is
They'll probably start in February because it usually starts around Valentine's Day.
Yeah, my guess would be well, it depends on when the Super Bowl is actually. So, because I don't think they'll start that Sunday. So the Super Bowl is February 3rd. So they'll either start January 27th or the 10th.
I probably would.
I would say the 10th, but
yeah.
Who knows, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so best/worst case scenario, I'm not even sure which it is. We will be back the very end of January or
I'm hoping
beginning
that
of February.
I'm hoping that we'll at least be able to do a most useless characters volume.
Yeah.
At least just do something silly in between.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I mean,
the comic reread is a big undertaking, but deaths or useless characters is pretty.
I think useless characters would be nice because it'll give us a bit more brevity, lightness.
Levity is lightness, brevity is shortness.
Well, levitus brevitus. I don't know. Light and short.
That's a spell.
Levitus brevitus.
All right, so.
Okay, so I think, I mean, honestly, like, I really wish I was doing more things, but I'm not. I'm exhausted. Okay, so I am Becca along with Farid and Tara. Thank you again for joining us while we bitch about stuff and things with the Bitchin' Dead. Please follow the Bitchin' Dead and the Geeky Area on Twitter. And now we also have a Facebook page as well. For the Bitchin' Dead, remember, we are a free webcast run off of donations from viewers like you. And thank you for contributing and helping our host site, the Geeky Area. We will see y'all in the next 2 months. I don't know. Bye.
Bye.